This is not a static brochure online. This is an interactive resource that residents can navigate to and leave with practical, usable information. Now, how are we looking forward? Looking ahead, our next step is to develop a community education curriculum to complement this website. This additional program will help deepen community understanding of these rights in a more hands-on way. This is still in development stages, it's not yet finalized, but we are committed to building it with the same collaborative, community-centered approach that shaped this website. We will share more as this progresses. The website reflects Austin Police Oversight's ongoing commitment to transparency and equity and making every community member, no matter their background, no matter their language, no matter their abilities, to have access to information that protects them. I want to thank the Austin Police Oversight team for its dedication and its commitment to this initiative, as well as every city department and community member who contributed their time, their questions, and their honesty to make this possible. And now I'd like to invite someone to the podium who has championed public safety and championed this community. So please join me in welcoming City Council Member Velasquez.
Thank you. Good morning. I am Councilmember Jose Velasquez, and I'm honored to be here today to support the relaunch of this incredibly important campaign. Today, Austin joins a small group of cities across the country and is one of the first major cities in Texas to launch a municipal police oversight-led Know Your Rights campaign focused on police interactions. As our communities face growing challenges, it's critical that people have the knowledge, tools, and confidence to protect themselves and advocate for one another. Interactions with law enforcement can be confusing, stressful, and intimidating. My hope is that this campaign helps create a more informed community, one where every Austinite has the resources they need to confidently navigate those encounters. When people know their rights, they are better equipped to protect themselves, advocate for others, and engage with confidence. That makes our community stronger, and this campaign is an important step towards that goal. I'm especially proud that these resources are being made available in multiple languages and formats so they're accessible to the diverse communities that call Austin home. Access to information should never depend on the language that you speak or where you're from. I also see this as an opportunity to continue building trust through transparency, accountability, and meaningful community engagement. That work never ends, and campaigns like this help us move that in the right direction. And it helps encapsulate the idea that in Austin, we're only safe when everyone feels safe. I encourage everyone to explore these resources, share them with your family and friends and neighbors, and let us know how we can do better. Finally, I'd like to thank the Office of Police Oversight and all of the community partners whose dedication made this campaign possible. Your work is helping build a more informed, empowered, and connected office, and I'd just like to highlight that this campaign, being that it's one of the only municipal police oversight-led Know Your Rights campaigns in Texas, is a focus and a commitment from this dais and from this mayor to transparency, committed transparency around police oversight. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Velasquez. All right, we're ready to take any questions from any reporters here.
You haven't mentioned working with other city departments to put this together. Which departments, what kind of role, what was that collaboration like?
Yeah, well, we started out actually hosting focus groups with community members. We actually have some of the focus group members here, so if you'd like to get a comment with some of them, I know they'd love to share their experience. Part of why we rewrote this material is I actually was part of writing the first round of Know Your Rights materials. We've been offering this programming since 2019, but it needed to be revised and updated so that in this very noisy environment where you have social media videos and all sorts of information from, social media lawyers who give all sorts of advice, we wanted to give information that was dynamic and relevant to community members. So we started by talking to the community. What are the things they're worried about? What are the things they're afraid of? What are the things that they're concerned about when they're interacting with law enforcement? And so that was our frame of reference first. So we were doing that late fall, early 2026. Then we worked in collaboration with Austin Police Department, City Legal, the Equity Office, and the City of Austin's corporate communications team to further develop the curriculum, make sure that we had it vetted and approved, and then we brought it out to the community.
Kind of on the flip side, is there anything that you're taking from the feedback you got from community members that you're going to use to make future recommendations to APD in terms of like training, recruitment, things that are happening at the academy, anything like that?
Definitely, we got some really solid feedback from community members. The biggest thing for us is it actually showed us places that we need to further develop the curriculum. So this is really only phase one. We have a lot of big plans for multimedia, for bringing this information out to the community, but we didn't want to wait. Perfect enemy of good, right? So we wanted to bring this out as soon as possible, and we'll have further iterations and out on multiple platforms and out in the community. So that's our biggest task next is bringing this and making this real for people so that they feel confident when they're interacting with law enforcement.
Will any of those recommendations be for APD and how they're conducting or putting together material for training their recruits and for anything for the academy?
Yeah, we do have a team that does that separately, and we've shared our findings with them. They're doing a lot of their recommendations based off of national best practice in policing. There's definitely some alignment there. Any other questions?
I did want to throw one.
Oh, sure.
This is a little bit off track. There's been a lot of discussion from community members about the role of APO given everything that's happened over the past week. Do you guys have any reaction to that, especially the one that's calling for APO to be more independent from Austin Police Department and to be under the city council?
Sure. I understand that there are some recommendations that come up during the budget discussion. I will say budget is outside of my subject matter expertise. I can connect you with Carrie Lang, who is the city's budget lead and who can better answer those questions related to budget. Go ahead.
What's the one thing Austin residents should know before interacting with the police?
I think the biggest challenge we've heard over and over again from community members is communication is key. There's a lot of assumptions that are happening on both sides of the conversation. Officers assuming things, community members assuming things, and communication is the biggest thing here. And that's part of why we made the tools the way we did. What questions can you ask? What should you expect? So we want to break down and build understanding, because understanding is critical to trust. And that's really what we want here. How do you repair that trust between the community and law enforcement? And so we're trying to build those tools. How do we have that dialogue? What are their people's rights, understanding them confidently so that they know and be confident in what they can express and, again, establish that communication.
Sorry, just to go back to, you were talking about the focus groups and stuff. Was there something that kind of like motivated this? Was it like the surge in ICE activity, something else that kind of motivated the office to take on this?
Honestly, it was getting staffing. It was the staffing support. That is what it's been something we've been wanting to do. I've been in this role for a few years. Some of y'all know me. The biggest change was we had a team member who came on and had the capabilities to lead the charge and the initiative. And that was the biggest change. So we've been wanting and needing to update these materials for a long time. Like I said, we made on a shoestring budget in 2019 with the intern, the first round of Know Your Rights materials. Now we have a fully funded community engagement team, and we're able to actually have the resources to dig into this and to make it community centered. So that was the biggest change. There wasn't any particular incident. Any other questions?
What authority does Austin Police Oversight have when investigating complaints? Like, what do you guys?
Yeah. So under the Austin Police Oversight Act, which was passed in 2023 by Austin voters, we have, so our authority with discipline is recommendations, but we do have our own independent team that investigates complaints. We have our own in-house investigators. We have separate database. We have access to APD's databases, but we do a separate investigation. We have our own files. So we make our own independent investigation recommendations regarding discipline. So our purview is we're looking, if you're asking the purview, we're looking at the administrative policy. So this is employees overseeing other employees, but our authority is recommendation based. Any other questions?
I got one more. Are there any recurring issues involving like specific type of police interactions?
So I think the best place to say that is on our website. We actually do publish on a quarterly basis as part of the Resolution 99, which was passed in September 2023. General themes that we see, patterns that we see in officer conduct. The biggest complaint category we get is related to rudeness and professional conduct. Any other questions? All right, we'll go ahead and wrap up. If there are other questions, thank you for joining us today. Like I said, we do have some of the people who participated in our research here with us today. I know if they're open to chatting with y'all further about our work and what that experience was like, I know that would mean a lot to us. So, all right, thank you so much.
Thank you all.